Well, let's lighten the mood just a little bit. Young local actors and actresses dazzled audiences recently. Playhouse 395's production of Seussical the Musical. Sierra Wave Media's Catherine Hurdle put this piece together.
And he tried to think, wipe me down on that clover. Help! Hello? Is anyone there? Who are you?
We're who's here, we are who's here, smaller than the eye can see. It's true, sir, we're who, sir, I'm who and so is she. We're tiny little people floating high in the air, wondering how and why. We're on who, the tiniest planet in the sky. La 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 la, ooh, ooh. La 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 la, ooh. La 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 la, ooh, ooh. La la la. We're who's here, we are who's here, struggling to stay alive. It's just propels our dust. Oh, how the heck do those survive? At any given moment we could crash or get trapped, hitting the ground. Oh my, we're on who, the tiniest planet in the sky.
I'm the mayor.
I'm his wife.
Just imagine the Who's unusual life.
It's the tiniest house in the grocery store. Ooh. Tiny umbrellas that drip on the tiniest floors. Ooh. Tiniest tunnels with tiniest streets.
Miniature houses with miniature seats. Miniature buildings with miniature windows and doors.
No smaller town than yours.
Think that not is small like granite. Oh, you ought to hear them well.
Every Christmas time without a fail, Mr. Grinch presents his Christmas tale. I reenact my Christmas tale. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not.
Imagine a place that is tidy and totally clean.
Ooh, where even a Grinch wouldn't dare to be totally. Ooh,
Think that it's heaven on earth, yes you do. But heaven on earth isn't heaven on who. Troubles on who are the biggest that you've ever seen. We're on the brink of war. They say
we're going to war and oh my.
But if we do, then fear on who.
Well, you can just Google it by.
My skies are unbearably dark, and war is unbearably near. That's not the end of our troubles here.
On the other side of town, the Dracula trees are all cut down. They once stood tall in all their glory. But that's another story. So here on Who we live in fear, we're drifting through space and cannot steer. A trouble at a tiny Future's in your hand. It's up to you, sir. Please help. Who, sir? You're the only one who hears. You must, sir, say how does, sir, now that we have reached your ears. We're tiny little
let you down. No, I won't let you fall. Person's a person, no matter how small. A person's a person, no matter how small.
Well, we thank Catherine Hurdle for that. Some great fun there, and more fun to come with the next Playhouse 395 production, and that's going to be The Wizard of Oz. Check out their website, playhouse395.com, for more information. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this report. Inyo Advocates for Community Action works to get food to those who need it, manages low-income housing, the Head Start preschool, and other programs. But it was the Expanding Garden project that has made news. AMACA's Community Services Director Jane McDonald spearheaded Planting for Hope, which bloomed into more than a dozen community gardens and produce swaps. Now, McDonald was inexplicably fired, and those who invested time, money, and land in the popular projects said they were ignored by AMACA and left to wonder about the whole garden project. Now, at a meeting of that agency on November 15th, officials had no explanation for the lack of response to community concerns. They did hold a closed session about McDonald and severed relations with one of the garden project landowners. Now, board members talked about a memorandum of agreement with Dilliker Ranch in Lone Pine, where one of the garden projects had unfolded on donated land. New executive director of AMACA, Lynn Bethel, recommended to the board that AMACA sever relations with the Dilliker Ranch. She described current negotiations with Cole Johnson of the ranch as, quote, not easy. Board member Bill West suggested moving the garden to somewhere in Bishop. Chairman of the board, Raymond Andrews, said he was concerned about severing relations. He said, quote, people in Lone Pine are our neighbors. We need to help them become self-sufficient, he said. Now, Director Bethel is new, he said, and the Lone Pine people, he noted, are our people. We should treat them with respect. Now, Justin Ortega, the newly hired Community Services Director, suggested a different location in Lone Pine. Other officials wanted to know what the consequences would be if AMACA severed ties with Dilliker Ranch. Director Bethel said, quote, more negative and misrepresentative press, and perhaps, she said, Metabolic Studio will not continue funding us. She suggested partnering with Master Gardeners and Altrusa. We can train our own gardener in-house, she said. Now, in days before this meeting, those involved in the AMACA Garden program, the head of Master Gardeners, a minister, a landowner, and a volunteer, commented that they felt ignored by AMACA, unclear about the future of the garden projects, and very disappointed in the loss of Jane McDonald. Now, Director Bethel did not return any of Sierra Wave Media's phone calls and finally emailed vague answers to written questions. Now, board members did not address the publicized comments of citizens, but did vote to sever ties with Dilliker Ranch and the garden there. Director Bethel said she had, quote, repaired relations with Altrusa, another agency that had partnered in the garden project. Now, board member Bill West said he spoke with Reverend Aaron McPhee, who had expressed deep concerns over AMACA's behavior.